So you tell me you forgot it, then you fess up and say you went to, ma'am, you drove into a pole. You had the whole city block closed down. You caused a whole city block to be knocked out for how long? Do you know? I went over there for breakfast one day and I couldn't believe it. Everything was shut down.
McCormick is to my left. Please identify yourself.
All right, just give me 1 second here. This was, is this the one? This isn't the one that shut down all the Veterans Parkway, was it? Was it? Yes?
Yes, sir. I hit a tower pole.
I know. I just didn't know if this was the same incident. I saw that was the area you struck a pole. Is anybody here from DTE? We sent them a letter for the record, the damage claims department on Haggerty on May the 8th. And if anybody could conceivably be on, from DTE.
No one's on Zoom, Judge.
No one at all?
No.
Okay, well, this was scheduled for 8:30, I believe. 8:30, and it's now 9:23, so.
My insurance paid that out.
Okay, that's fine. But you gotta be careful.
Yeah, yes.
So she pled to operating with, while impaired due to the consumption of drugs. She was referred for a screening and assessment. Have you had a chance to review it? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Judge, we've had the opportunity to review it. No additions, corrections, or deletions. We are asking because of her schedule.
This hearing starts to shift right here. What initially looked like a routine sentencing review is suddenly becoming a credibility test. The judge isn't just evaluating the underlying impaired driving offense anymore. He's examining whether the defendant followed court-ordered recovery requirements. When proof of attendance can't be produced, judges often view that as a compliance issue rather than a paperwork mistake. What do you think? Was this an honest oversight or the first sign of a bigger problem developing in court today?
Works very hard. Actually puts in more than 40 hours a week. In lieu of the court work program, if she could do some community service, and that is it, Judge.
Ma'am, do you have anything that you would like to add here? And by the way, can I see your proof that you've been attending, or did you show it to your lawyer that you've been attending AANA?
No, I'm sorry, I left it at.
Why?
I didn't know I was supposed to bring.
Go get it. Okay? You're sure you got it? You're not going to come back here and tell me you lost it, the dog ate it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, where do you live again? Go get it, or have somebody bring it to you. Okay? You're sure you're going to have it there? You're sure you're going to have it?
Yes.
Okay. Go get it.
Very good, Judge.
Put it aside.
Oh. Like right now.
Yes.
As opposed to when? I told you when I gave you the form, when I told you to go to AA, and I tell everybody this, that every time you come to court, you have to bring the form with you, the signed form. Pardon?
This is a major turning point. The judge has now connected the defendant's failure to attend enough meetings with the seriousness of the original incident that shut down an entire city block. Notice how the conversation shifts from paperwork to accountability. In many courtrooms, a defendant's willingness to follow rehabilitation orders can heavily influence sentencing decisions. The judge is signaling that actions after the offense matter just as much as the offense itself when determining whether someone is truly taking responsibility.
You didn't go to AA or NA, did you?
I do. I went to 2 classes.
I ordered this on May the 7th. I said, wait,
It's very good.
wait. It's twice a week, I said.
Right.
That means 14, 21, 28, the 4th. You should have gone to at least 9 meetings by now. So you tell me you forgot it, then you fess up and say you went to, ma'am, you drove into a pole. You had the whole city block closed down. So you're not gonna take this seriously.
Yes,
If you're not gonna take this seriously, you and I are not gonna get along.
Take it very seriously.
Well, you can't be because you didn't comply with my order.
It's very hard.
The stakes just climbed significantly. The court has learned that the defendant was already on probation when this offense occurred. That changes the entire context of the case, because judges often view new criminal conduct during probation as evidence that prior interventions haven't been effective. The discussion is no longer only about impaired driving. It's about repeated compliance concerns. If you were the judge, would this information make you reconsider how much leniency should be offered moving forward?
Me to do it because I work after the shift.
Man,
Judge, in addition to that, with all due respect, she is on probation in Wyandotte on a separate charge.
what's that for?
She had Adderall, which was unprescribed.
Was that another drug driving?
It was not, Judge. It was not. It was not. She,
So possession of an analog?
that's correct, yes.
Man,
I do fan meetings, so that
I don't know why that didn't make it on the record. Let me double check something here. They usually will tell me.
Judge, the court is aware of that. In addition to that, she's been doing the fan meetings, you know, to avoid any future.
That's not even on her record with Wyandotte. You know
It
that?
doesn't make any sense. It
Makes no
she's on probation. In
sense.
fact, she's been on probation for 5 months in Wyandotte. Just in the 27th district.
Yeah, I get it. It's getting more serious by the minute here. You're on probation. And was she on probation at the time of this offense?
That is correct, Judge. She was.
So she got to face a probation violation in front of Judge DeSantis.
Judge, I don't know if there was a show cause hearing. Not aware of it.
But she
In
was,
fact, she's indicated to me that there has not been a show cause hearing.
were you on probation at the time of this offense?
yes, and I told my probation officer and she said, let me know how it goes. That go.
Well, it's not gonna go too well. I can't have, you're not taking it serious.
I know, I'm kidding
You caused a whole city block to be knocked out for how long? Do you know? I went over there for breakfast one day and I couldn't believe it. Everything was shut down. How long was that going on? Do you know? I'm asking you a question. It was more than a few hours.
Judge, I think it was throughout the evening and then the next part of the next time.
So she was on probation for taking an analog. She goes out and drives. She drives into a DTE pole, shuts down the whole block. I tell her to go to AANA twice a week. She tells me she did, but she left it at home, and then she fesses up and tells me she went twice. Now, that does not sound like somebody who's taking this seriously. You're not taking it seriously. Please don't tell me you're taking it seriously.
I did 2 classes.
You were supposed to go to 11. I thought we already covered that, or 9, did I say? 9.
It's very hard to do my work schedule.
You should have thought about that before you did what you did. What days do you work?
She was Mondays through Fridays.
Sometimes 7 days.
Then you're making a lot of money. How much you make per hour? You get paid overtime when you work Saturday and Sunday? Yes?
Yes.
Yes,
That's $33 an hour on Saturday? Yes? How much you make on Sunday? Double time? Or not? So you're making $44 an hour. So you're making 320. You're making $342 to be there on Sunday. You're not really working 7 days a week. You're telling me 7 days a week because you want to cover the fact that you haven't been to AA or NA.
I work 6 days.
If I catch you lying to me,
No, I'm not lying.
no, ma'am. When I catch people lying to me, that tells me they have no,
Lips.
do I have to go so far as to have you bring your pay stubs to me? Do I really have to do that? Do I really have to do that?
Judge, I don't think it's necessary because of the fact that when we were talking prior to this sentencing, she indicated that she was very overwhelmed with the responsibilities she has at work.
Anything else anybody wants to say?
Judge, I believe she's going to be successful. She's, you know, because of her mental health issues, these are prescribed medications. No excuse, but nonetheless, medications that were used were prescribed on that horrible day.
She's taking something else that wasn't prescribed, right?
I didn't take that.
On probate, when out of the wind-up case.
No, what the judge is referring to the date, it was in her pocket, Judge, but nonetheless, she should.
She wasn't carrying around in her pocket not to consume it or ingest it. I'm not arguing with you, Mr. D.
By what time would you want her back, Judge?
No, I'm in a sentence right now.
Judge, again, like I said, this person that I'm dealing with has been through a very difficult separation. She basically has custody of her 7-year-old daughter, and this is a very overwhelmed person. Quite frankly, I don't know how she works. You know, I mean, we know how she works. She's taking all these medications at this point, but it's having a devastating impact on her. She attends those meetings, fan meetings that will, you know, that address this kind of an issue.
How often?
I believe once a week. So it's not like she's.
We're now approaching the most important phase of the hearing, sentencing and probation conditions. Listen carefully, because judges often use this moment to balance punishment with rehabilitation. The court has expressed frustration with compliance failures, but there's also concern about treatment, mental health, and preventing future offenses. The question becomes whether stricter supervision will produce better outcomes than harsher punishment alone. What approach do you think is most effective? Strong rehabilitation requirements, jail time, or a combination of both?
Trying to avoid her responsibilities, although she was remiss in not being any responsibilities.
Where do you attend those at?
Wait, at the Wayne Heights, that's it.
Is that ordered by Judge DeSantis?
Yes.
Is there anything else?
Judge, again, even though, you know, you can't mitigate these damage on that day how Trenton was affected, but she's been serious about it, and I don't think we'll see her again after, you know, within next year after this is completed. And she's quite remorseful, and I think this incident has affected her every day. She made a statement to me stating that if anybody else was, you know, in lieu of anybody else being injured, she wished she were dead.
All right, so you can't, listen. Is she still seeing somebody for mental health treatment? Are you seeing somebody?
Say yes, sir.
Yes.
Whatever she's doing this with, any probation with Judge DeSantis, these things can kind of run, they pretty much run concurrent, so if she, but I'm gonna place you on probation for 15 months. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal controlled substances. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. You're to submit to chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs, and I do not want you to fail, but I'm getting concerned now. Weekly for 3 months. If you're clean, I'll make it bi-weekly for 2. If you're clean, I'll make it monthly thereafter. You're going to attend AA, NA, or any combination of AA, NA, and a fan meeting twice a week. until you're in an intensive outpatient treatment program. I'm ordering intensive outpatient treatment. Once you get into intensive outpatient treatment, you no longer have to attend AA or NA as far as I'm concerned. Whatever Judge DeSano's ordering, you
The final outcome reflects a courtroom balancing act. The judge imposed a structured probation sentence, treatment requirements, regular testing, meeting attendance, financial penalties, community service, and strict reporting conditions. At the same time, the court showed some flexibility by allowing alternatives to additional jail time and creating a manageable payment plan. The message is clear. Accountability comes first, but rehabilitation remains the ultimate goal. If you found this case as intense as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful courtroom breakdowns.
have to follow her order too. You understand that? I'm also ordering the victim's impact panel that is one night that is put on by Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. I'm going to order 6 days jail credit. One, I'm going to let you serve 4 of those by way of the court work program. 1 day of community service. So community service, I'm going to order 8 hours, and that has to be done by July the 31st. I'm going to let you do the 4 court work program days instead of jail. And there's a $35 charge for that per day for a total of $140. I do want you to continue your mental health treatment and provide proof, okay? I'm going to even make a note here. And I don't really ever do this because it sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed, and I don't want that. I do want you to get some rehabilitation here. Court work program days can be started as late as November.
Thank you, Judge.
Now, the reason I say that is if you're overwhelmed, I don't want to set you up to fail, okay? But you got to be careful here. The driving pattern here, everything I saw scares me. Pay fines of $300, costs of $200, $75 victim's rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So fines and costs are $625, screening fees $60 for $685. There are probation fees of $300 for a total of $985. Cost of recovery is $225 for a total of $1,210. And then you have your court work program fees. That's more than I want it to be, but $1,350. I'll set up a payment plan with you. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for up to 93 days. By law, if you stay out of trouble, you don't have any violations within the preceding 90 days, after 7.5 months, you're eligible for early discharge. You have 21 days to appeal my decision and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, now, she's going to meet with probation. I want you to understand, I expect you to go back to AANA twice a week, or any combination of that and fan meetings. So you can do 1 and 1. If you're going to satisfy Judge DeSano's order, you can go once a week to fan meetings and then once a week here, okay? At AANA. But every time you go, you have to have the form signed. Every time you come to court, whether to see me or your probation officer, you have to bring the form with you in case you were fibbing about going at all, and it placed that someplace we don't know. My court officer, is going to give you another form. You have to go in person. Do you understand? All right. Now, I'm going to let you set up your own payment plan, okay? You understand that?
Yes.
You tell me how much you can pay today, if anything, and you tell me how much you can pay weekly, bi-weekly, whatever you want. Let's start with how much you can afford. Do you have anything today?
$50 now.
Now you tell me how much you can afford to pay going forward. I'll let you do 100 a month. That means you'll have it.
I have a lot of it.
You don't have to explain. 50 now, 100 a month, starting July the 1st, and the 1st of every month thereafter until paid. You will have to have all your fines and costs paid before you make your application for early discharge, okay? All right, you'll meet with your probation officer, go down the hall and pay your $50 and you'll meet with them. Thank you very much. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thank you.